Thank you again so much for meeting me here today.
Of course.
So I did hear that you had a couple questions about our casket selection. I do know that your mother just passed away, and I do want to offer my condolences. But do you know which caskets you would like to be buried in? Metal or wood?
I think we're thinking metal.
Perfect. So we do have different kinds of metal caskets. They're called gauges. We have a 20 gauge, an 18 gauge, and a 16 gauge. Sorry. Our 20 gauge is the least expensive option of what we offer. Our 16 is the most expensive. There are a couple differentiating factors of how you can tell. For example, our 18 gauge compared to our 20 gauge has a round corner. You're able to insert designs and patterns into these corners, and they also typically have a swinging bar for the handle instead of a stationary bar.
What's the difference in the expense? Like, what's the purpose of the expense difference?
It definitely depends on the company, but for here at Freemeyer Funeral Home, they would be typically about $2,000 to $3,000 in a difference.
Why though? Like, is it because
quality is the difference? Our how gauges are made is it's the different how many sheets make 1 inch essentially. So
so some of them are thicker and might help with, maybe water.
Yes,
or something.
definitely, and that is actually something I wanted to talk to you about as well. The cemetery that you have chosen for your mother requires a outer burial container or a burial vault. An outer burial container is typically made of concrete, and our vaults also will mostly be made out of concrete. However, the difference between the vault and the outer burial container is that the vault is more water resistant than our outer burial container.
Okay, makes sense.
Are there any other questions you have for me today?
I don't think so. I think we're wondering maybe about like what colors are available for the stainless steel like caskets.
Of course. We do offer, we have, were you wanting the 20 gauge or the 18?
We'll probably do an 18.
Gotcha. For the 18, we offer pink, a light blue or a dark blue. We offer gray, black, white.
I think I've seen some that were like 2 different colors, like two-toned kind of. Is that?
Yes, we do have a 2-tone between a light blue and a dark blue, or a darker pink and a lighter pink.
Okay.
Is there any?
I feel like Mom would like pink, honestly, so we might go with that.
Perfect. Is there any memorials or emblems that you would like inserted into our panel, like once you open the lid of the casket?
Are there options of saying like Mom or like Mary, like wife, mom, things like that?
We definitely do. We also offer it's a picture of 2 rings over each other as well. We can do any of what you just said. We can do mom, loving wife, or loving mother.
Okay, interesting. That's cool. That sounds like a good idea.
Are there any, like I said with the did you say 18 gauge or 20 gauge? 18. Like I said, we do have insertable panels for the corners. Were there anything that you were thinking of there?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Just
maybe
standard.
Because it'll be like on the panel. It'll be where we go to see her.
Yes. So, Miss Duncan, I heard that you had a couple other questions about your mother's casket.
Yeah, I think we've decided to go with a 20 gauge, so maybe we could save a little on expenses. We're thinking like to do a bigger, party memorial service afterwards.
Of course.
And we're wanting to afford a little more food and things like that. So
of course. Well, like I described to you earlier, the only major difference is that it's a little less dense. There won't be that swinging handlebar. It won't be.
But we're getting a vault anyway, so I feel like that's not a big deal.
The vault is what you and your family chose on. I'll definitely make note of that with our director. And I did forget to ask you, would your mother like a full couch or a half couch casket?
I don't really think there's a preference there. We could probably just do whichever is less expensive, just so that we could afford for a bigger party. Mom liked parties, so.
Of course. Well, with us, there really is no price difference with the company that we've chosen that creates our caskets. So
Okay, I guess we'll just do like, I feel like a half couch is standard, right?
half couch, yes ma'am.
Mhm.
That's what a lot of people choose. And so 20 gauge, you said, did you want to change the interior paneling at all, or did you want to keep the loving mother?
Yeah, we'll probably still go with that because
Perfect.
it'll still be, you know, a little bit less expensive, and I think it'll help us out a little bit with our planning.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Is that all that I can answer for you today?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. Well, I hope you have. I hope you take care, Miss Duncan. If you have
Thank
any
you.
questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you.